The Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon GameStop event has been an absolute cluster, but there is good news, and there's an update for people who don't get the good news. Let's just start the video. A little over a week ago was the beginning of the Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon event for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that was going to be distributed at GameStop's EB Games in Canada and Australia as well. As first news this went up, people were like, well, what about international? 20 seconds. So there's been a series of other countries that have been announced, including like France, the Netherlands, a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a good chance that it is coming to more European nations. I want to talk about the US, Canada, and Australia event. I did not get a Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon code because it actually released on the same day as a TCG expansion. So all the scalpers that were there first thing in the morning, they got all the codes and no one else did. If you went to GameStop an hour after they opened, you did not get it. In the past, these events have lasted 3-4 weeks and they still have a freaking brick of them. I know because I used to go and I used to get them a month after the event started when no one else wanted it, and I would just hang on to the codes, and anyone who needed one in my Discord or whatever else, I just give them all away because some people don't live near GameStop. Anyways, there is good news announced on the GameStop Instagram story. I fight for you. You wouldn't know about this. The GameStop Instagram story, round 2, more codes have arrived as of Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss your shot to get Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon at GameStop. One card is one code, but if you redeem it in Scarlet, you get the Violet Shiny. And if you redeem it in Violet, you get the Scarlet Shiny. That's how it works. I have been very vocal about this event because it has been handled horribly. Oh, by the way, if you haven't voted for me at lego.com/gamers, my Sonic the Hedgehog submission is up there, and it's a really fantastic build going over my time in Japan for the Pokemon World Championship. So if you haven't checked that out, do so after this video. Or after you're done going to GameStop. I went on eBay and I saw that people were reselling, and these are sold listings, for these cards at $45 to $60. It has gone down since then, so if you wanted to go to eBay and pay scalpers for a free Pokemon, which I don't recommend that you do, you could do that. But now GameStop has restocked. In fact, you should go and watch this on your phone on the way to GameStop. And by watch, I mean listen to, so you drive safe. I also pointed out that on the Pokemon website, there is a support page, and I highly encouraged anyone who did not receive a code, everyone, to go to support.pokemon.com, and then it's a little bit difficult to find, and sometimes the page just doesn't load, just like this. And if you don't get Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon from this GameStop event, or wherever you live in the world, do this. In here, there's Pokemon video games that has the Scarlet Violet icon. Hot topics, how to obtain a special event Pokemon from a promotion. All the way at the bottom, you're gonna see contact us. And then be sure to fill everything out, character distribution event, and problem obtaining code. That's what you want to fill out. There have been tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, that have already filled this out. And every single person, and add description, where you live in the world, what GameStops you went to, why you weren't able to get it. This is going to increase the likelihood that we do get these for everyone. Now, other parts of the world, like in France, their GameStop, they just printed the code auto-generated on a receipt. They're not actually stuck to a tangible piece of cardboard. I actually had someone from France send me codes so I can redeem them. I was in the Cayman Islands for Gamers Bay, and I was there the entire weekend, and even if I went to GameStop at opening, there wasn't a chance I was getting this. This is the #1 way for our voice to be heard about this issue. Go to this page. Future Austin, do me a favor and put... Oh, wow, that is a horrible URL to copy and paste. I'm just gonna link it down below in the description, and I'm gonna link not only the new ticket form, but also the form on for you to scroll to the bottom and hit contact us, because then it can generate a new ticket properly, and it's not locked to a specific form ID, and there's a better chance that it actually shows up. And the #1 reason I waited to make this video, there is hope. Go to GameStop right now. Go get this code. The only way you can get these 2 Shiny Lock Pokemon, which it does have fixed stats, is here. One of the worst parts about this is that Miraidon is actually better than the Miraidon that you can catch in game. The Miraidon that you catch in game has fixed stats, and this one has fixed stats. The difference is the Miraidon you catch in game has high physical attack, and the Miraidon that you get from this event has lower physical attack. It's not too much of a difference, and for special attackers you want to have a lower physical attack, especially when doing competitive, because that affects how you hurt yourself with confusion, which I should mention that the difference is not big enough that it would really make a difference in hurting yourself with confusion. However, if someone were to use foul play on you at level 50, it actually would make a noticeable difference between the shiny event and the non-shiny event. So if in the future you're seeing VGC players run the shiny Miraidon, there's a reason for it. It's not just to flex, it's because it's actually a better Pokemon for competitive. Which, before you get all up in arms about that, back in my day, there used to be a whole bunch of distribution Pokemon that had a competitive edge and special moves, and eventually those all got banned. You weren't allowed to have Pokemon with event-only moves in the VGC, and it's been that way for a good amount of time. This specific scenario is very, very specific, so I don't think it's that much of like a real big stink, but yes, you do have a competitive edge if you were to go ahead and get this Pokemon, which, keep in mind, is free. It's just really crappy distribution. Let's be real honest. Pokemon knows it's a horrible distribution. Employees of Pokemon have not been able to get the code. Content creators like myself, people who play video games for a living, have not been able to get these codes. It has been a cluster. And I want to know in the comment section down below if you filled out the form within the last week because you saw my post online, and if you're happy that they're actually restocking it. And more importantly, if you actually got a code from this redistribution. Drop it down below. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Boston Shine out.
Man, they see me shining like I got the charm. Stay strapped, got that jet ball in my palm. Fell from the sky, guess I'm the chosen one. And if you need to know how, check out Austin John. Champion flow, yeah. I got that champion flow.